Hi guys, so I'm here with my final update on my Hogwarts Crest diamond painting from home Craftology. Obviously I've said it, I'm going to say it in every single video. It was gifted to me as part because I'm their brand ambassador, but I'm going to still be honest with you guys. As it's the last update and, you know, technically I should be at Hogwarts right now. I thought I'd do this in my robes. So yeah, I mean, it's a cold day anyway, so it's quite nice to be all toasty and snuggly in my Hogwarts uniform. But yeah, so I've obviously just finished Ravenclaw. It's mind blowing. You'll see it in a minute. Like, oh my god, guys, I was literally sat there and I couldn't imagine where the beak and the face was going to be of this eagle. It just looked like a massive colour, and I was like proper freaking out that it was going to not look how I wanted it to. But you know what? Jesus, I think it actually might be my favourite section for detail. It's just like incredible. So I'm going to switch to the overhead camera and give you guys a better look, an actual look at it. Well, it will be better because it'll be from above, but you know what I mean. So stick around and you can see it in a sec. Also, I started a new well, I've got a new Instagram anyway, but I've started a new-ish Instagram and a new YouTube channel, which is all Potter related, like literally only Potter related. So there's going to be Potter related crafts and everything on there. Obviously I'm going to keep my diamond paintings to this channel, because if I keep swapping, because I'm not always going to be doing Harry Potter ones, so if I keep swapping and changing between which channel I'm posting on, I don't want people to miss out. So I'm going to keep my diamond paintings on here, but I am going to share pictures on that one as well. So it's the Crafty Gryffindor with underscores. I'll put it down here and I'll put all the links below too, so you can, if you're interested, you can go and have a look. But yeah, so I'm going to switch to the overhead camera now so you guys can see this kit that Home Craftology gifted me as part of their Craftology Superstar scheme. So as you can see, here is the finished article. Obviously it's just coming off the camera a bit at the top and the bottom. I am so beyond pleased with this. I think it's beautiful. It's got an insane amount of sparkle. I don't know if it's the illusion because obviously it's white, but these edge, like background ones, just look so sparkly. I don't know if it's because, like I said, it's a light colour and the light bounces off of it a bit more. But this one has really surprised me because there was like 32 colours, I believe, and which is a lot less than my Hogwarts Castle one. And I am so shocked at just the level of detail, because you've got all the shading in like all the various aspects of the crest. This Ravenclaw eagle has really blown me away, as well as the Slytherin snake. Well, do you know what? All of it has blown me away, but the Ravenclaw eagle is the bit that's got me most, you know, gobsmacked, jaw hit the floor. So when I was doing this, I actually couldn't see, like I was looking at all the symbols, and because the different squares and that and the symbols have a background of the colour that it should be, kind of thing. I was looking at it and I was trying to see where the head would be, and I couldn't work it out. And I was looking at it, I was like, how's this going to look? And of all of it, I was most nervous for this bit. And you know what, I really shouldn't have been, because as you can see, it looks great. You've got all the feathers, you've got it, it's wow. So I needn't have worried about that at all. I'm just wow. So I'm going to go for a few of the finer points of this. This is going to be more of a whole kit review, like final review, rather than just a Ravenclaw eagle, because as we can see, that's incredible. So this is obviously full drill, and it is square, 50 by 60 centimeters with the white background. You can get this same kit but with a black background. I might actually do that one day to do a good comparison, so you can see how it pops better on whichever background. It is 46,256 drills in total, which is mind-blowing. I don't know how many hours I've worked on this. I'm going to try and calculate it, and if I can, I'll put it in a box at the bottom here. I've obviously, what I do with these is, because the adhesive comes off the edge of the canvas a little bit, is I've just put some masking tape just so it follows the line of the canvas design, just because I don't like my arm getting stuck to the edge as I'm placing them over on this bit. It's one of those things, it kind of irritates me a bit. This is obviously double-sided tape adhesive, but it's a really strong one. One of the downsides of that is that you get rivers, and that is unavoidable. It is just how this adhesive works. So all you literally have to do if that happened is score it with a craft knife and then push the air bubble out, kind of like you would if you were wallpapering a wall and there was an air bubble. So that can be kind of, you know, it can be a bit annoying at times, but you know what? I've done a poured glue, and I must admit I did not like the way they kind of seem to move around on that gel stuff. So this is definitely the way for me, because I love that when I put it down, it stays there. So I was saying, like, you know, I was saying to my boyfriend when I was obviously doing the poured glue, I was like, I'm getting so fed up with this because it just keeps moving. And so I'm glad that this is obviously like this. I suppose the grass always seems greener, doesn't it? And you've just got to choose what's right for you. The good news about this canvas is because it is like waterproof, and you'll notice that when your canvas is cut, like the edges don't fray. That's because it's got a special coating on it that means it won't fray. So if you do accidentally slice through the canvas, it won't make really any difference. You won't get a hole in your work, kind of thing is what I'm trying to say, because it won't fray, because it's the whole canvas will have had that coating on it, not just like the edges. And you can see that because if you flip it over, the back is the same all across, whereas if it was just a case of, you know, oh, it's on just on the edges, then you would tell a difference between the two bits. So I'm going to show you what I've got left over. So in terms of bags, I actually have 23 bags of white left, a bag of the blue, and now I'm going to show you my setup. So this is my diamond painting case. I have customised this with iron-on vinyl that I've cut using my Cricut. This is called cutout text, and it's got a bit of I don't know if I can show you, it's got a bit of shadow text. So the Just a Little Bit Crafty is obviously my blog name, and Lily is obviously my name. The top layer of the Just a Little Bit Crafty is in holographic sparkle, and the back layer is just in a flat metallic gold. So I mean, I'm going to get a tray out to show you how many trash drills I had in the whole painting. That's it. So there's not a lot there at all. And to be honest, that was with me being really picky. And as you can see, some of those bits were like offcuts and stuff. So that's kind of, you know, I've obviously got nearly a full bottle of white left as well. Yeah, I've got quite a lot left over, considering. This is how I lay my kits out. So this painting canvas design, whatever you want to call it, would actually be pretty perfect for a beginner, a kid, you know. Well, you'd have to judge it based on your own child, I guess, but I do think that you could quite easily give this to a kid. So obviously it depends on how eager they are, how much they're willing to kind of focus, and do you know what I mean? You've got to judge it based on your child. So what I do is I label the top of the bottle with the symbol, and then the front of the bottle with the actual drill number, like the DMC number, and then I put it in the order that it, like the correct numerical order of the DMC numbers. So it comes up to here. These are old symbols from another painting. I don't like to peel them off prematurely just in case I get a kit at a later date. I mean, these are all empty, so it's not a big deal. So as you can see, the numbers, like the numbers and the letters and all the symbols, are really clear. Obviously some of them I've drawn on, some of them I've had printed from obviously previous kits, and then I can just quickly go, right, working on that colour, take that bottle out, kind of thing. And it works, this setup works really well for me, and I do like that I can have all of my tools just in the one kind of place and not have to really think about it much. Like, I know that if I pick this case up and my canvas, that I will literally have everything that I need. I don't think this case was very expensive. I know Craftology themselves do sell a case like this, and obviously I cut this with my Cricut. I'm just going to clarify again because I haven't mentioned it on this part yet, but this kit was gifted to me as part of, you know, part of me being a Craftology superstar, which basically means that I get to review Craftology's kits and stuff and bring them to you guys and show them to you. And, you know, they send me these kits, they give them to me, and then I do them and review them to show you guys. But that I am, you know, I'm always going to be honest. If I've had a problem with it, I will tell you, I will tell them. Don't get me wrong, they will always get the opportunity to fix it. Like, if there's a problem, they will get the opportunity to fix it. But I will still tell you everything. So I think this kit took about 10 days to arrive from being shipped. Obviously, this is in the COVID time. Do you know what I mean? So some people are, you know, they're holding packages for like 48, 72, 92 hours, sometimes up to a week, depending on, you know, where you are, where you're going to. So this arrived fairly quickly, I think, and I was not actually expecting it to arrive so quickly, given everything. But do you know what? Can't fault them for that. I can't, obviously, because it was gifted, I can't say whether it was standard shipping or whatever, but I do know that in the Facebook group a lot of people have said that they've been receiving kits quicker from these guys than any, like some people have been waiting 6-7 months since like the beginning of lockdown and stuff to get a kit. So not from these guys, from other companies. So, you know, I can't fault them there. Their customer service is top notch. Like, if you've got any questions, you can get hold of somebody so fast. I genuinely love this kit. So I've already got an idea of how I want to frame this, but I need to go about getting all the bits and bobs for it to sort it out. But hopefully this should be up on the wall. I will do, well, once I've framed it all, I will do another video. Same with the Hogwarts castle, I haven't got around to doing that yet. But as soon as I've framed it, I will do another like update video showing you how I framed it and what I did and stuff. Because I saw somebody say that they spent like $500 framing a couple of different paintings, and I'm honestly a bit shocked at how much it costs to frame. Obviously, yes, I know it's custom mount board and some of them are weird sizes, but Jesus, $500. And I think she said there was only like a handful of kits as well, so it's like at least $100 a kit, like for a canvas, which I don't know, that seems like a lot to me. So I will be doing my own, like in the coming weeks, months, however long it takes me to get my head around it. But yeah, I genuinely love this kit, and I don't really have any faults, like I don't have any issues. I had no issues with the kit at all. I just like the one thing that really, the thing that really is clear is that they have taken on board, because I know they've recently updated all their computer software so that their canvases their inventory list and everything print clearer, and it is clear they've taken all of their customers' feedback on board. And this is from what I've read in their Facebook group. I'll put a link to that below. And the CEO, Chris, will come in there and he'll listen to feedback, because, you know, I said, will this make the inventory list clearer? Because the one I had on the Hogwarts castle wasn't very clear and it was difficult to read. And he said, well, that's why we're upgrading, is because, you know, to make it clearer. The canvas is so clear. I never once had a moment where I was like, ooh, is that an, you know, S or is that a 5? Never had a moment's doubt. I mean, if I did find that a lot of people would say, oh, why is there an S and a 5? They could be, you know, mixed up or whatever, or a 2 and an S or whatever. But I noticed that when numbers were similar, or numbers or symbols or whatever they are similar, they tended to be in completely different colours. So S was this dark one, and I think 5 was like one of the yellow, like browny yellows or something, or maybe even like one of these ones. So they were completely different. One was on a very dark background with white, one was on a lighter background with black, like for the symbol. So it wasn't hard to distinguish at all. Yeah, but 50 by 60, I think this is a nice size for this image. I don't know that I would go smaller in this case, because I just don't think you'd get as much detail in the eagle or the light, you know, in the actual house mascots themselves. I don't think you get the detail that you need. I am confident that this is the right size for this painting personally, or there's obviously a size bigger which would obviously be better, but I think this is a good size for me. I do think that obviously this is actually a very good kit for a beginner, because obviously you've got the good experience of the fact that you've actually got a very clear image at the end. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, I done this kit and it was this size, and because they said, you know, beginners shouldn't go too big, and I done this, but do you know what, it didn't turn out nice, I'm never doing this craft again. Well, it's not the craft's fault, you actually went too small. So this, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'm going to keep drilling it in, pardon the pun, there's not a lot of confetti. So most of this you can multi-place. Multi-placing isn't hard. That is not hard at all. You just literally, I tend to roll the pen when I multi-place. So I'll line up the first one, and then I'll kind of like go like that and rock the pen until the last one's in place, because I find it gives me more control than just sticking it in, like sticking the pen in the drills and then just putting it down, because you could always end up with the tip of the pen being slightly off, or, you know, one end being slightly off. So I find that the rocking motion is kind of easier for me. Obviously all this white is block, so you can multi-place that. The way I do my, you know, big areas of colour is I do every other line and then go along and fill it in. because when you're filling it in, it is, when you do the initial lines, you've kind of got to be really aware that you're getting it in the right place, because when you go back, you're literally just like, you can literally just like steam through it because you've got those two guides either side. It's kind of like when you're bowling and you have the bowling guides up, so the ball can't go in the gutter, basically. The main confetti is obviously in the eagle, and obviously the shading in various areas, but even then it's really not too bad at all. It's got 32 colours, but the area with the most amount of colours used is probably like the whole eagle's part. I can't, maybe the badger, because it's got a lot of grey tones and that in it, but that's obviously got more confetti than the badger has. So I think, you know, saying, oh, it's got 32 colours in it is kind of, to me it feels misleading for me to say that, because you're thinking, oh wow, that's really, but there, because it's not all blended, it's, you have very distinct segments of the painting itself. I think, you know, you're looking at maybe 10 colours maximum in there, kind of thing. But one thing that I really do love about this painting is that it gives the illusion that these areas where the house mascots are actually embossed. So all the outer edge of the shield, the middle part, it looks like they're raised because of this shadowing, and honestly I love that so much. I think it's fantastic. I cannot wait to put this on my wall. I'm going to obviously update you guys once it's framed and all that, but for now this is this project done. I'm gonna obviously, I'm obviously gonna post about it when I'll update it when I get around to framing it and everything. Like I will do a whole nother video on the framing aspect, but as far as I'm concerned, the review on the kit side is finished now, because obviously the framing is its own thing. I've still got, it could take me months to find the right frame that I want for it and everything. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this is this, you know, this review finished. I am absolutely in love with this design. I can't fault it. I do think it's incredible. Like I said, it's 46,256 drills. I'm going to attempt to work out how many hours it's taken me, and if I can do that, I'll put it in a box down the bottom here somewhere. But yeah, I'll put all the links below to this kit, Home Craftology's website, their Facebook group and all that. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of them, hit the subscribe button. Let me know if you've got any questions or anything like that. I'm more than happy to answer them if I can. But yeah, I'm going to just reiterate this again. This kit was gifted to me for this review, but I am, you know, I'm going to be honest. It's the whole point of this, is that I'm honest with you about, I don't want to say, oh yeah, no, it's great, and then it not be so great. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to wrongly influence you to buy something ever. So when I say it's great, I mean it is great. Like, in my eyes, this is amazing. I love it. So I will be back with another video in the near future. But yeah, let me know if you want to see anything specific in the comment box below, guys. And I'll say thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.